Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Paranoid. My name is John Normal Activity.
I like it. I like it. Spooky Lukey at your service. Back in the saddle again.
And welcome to another episode. This week or this ep, we are changing things up a little bit. We're trying to restructure the show in a way that's more fluid and cohesive. So you might notice a couple changes in the app today, but it's not going to be anything crazy, and things should still be flowing just as smoothly as always. But I wanted to say, Luke, how you been? It's been a while since we've done an episode.
Dude, it's been a while. It has. We've been busy. We had our all of the activity over on our sibling podcast, the Dad Batch, with everything from San Diego Comic-Con and just all the stuff that keeps us busy in that world. But on the flip side of that, through the Dad Batch network, all of us on the back end have been working on building a new website. Steven's been in charge of that. Ramey and Steven both been building this whole new Discord that's going to house all of our content and community and everybody, as well as a Patreon that we're rolling out too. So yeah,
right, dude, on. That's right. Right on. Yeah. Also, since you mentioned the Patreon, if folks are interested, please go check out the Dad Batch Patreon and the Dad Batch Discord. There's a lot going on the Discord. It's been up. Is it live right now? Did it go live already?
Yeah, it's official.
It is live.
Yeah,
okay,
today.
So today. Okay, so it went live today. I thought it was going live later. Or yesterday? Is it yesterday? I don't know when this is going to air, but okay, it should be live by the time you listen to this podcast.
Yeah, 1,000%.
If you're into that, there's it's kind of crazy. I'm not used to these types of forum-based app things, but it's really crazy. There's a ton of rooms where people are talking about all sorts of different things, from building props to cooking to what's going on in their backyard to whatever general chats. I don't know. There's a million different things to talk about, and it's a lot of fun. So if you're into that, please check it out. And I don't know, give it a look, see if you like it.
Dude. It's really neat. If we could just say something about Discord for a sec. I've never used it either. And it is a very cool, larger scale, text chain with your friends, where you have all of these little rooms and categories that kind of categorize everything. If you want to joke with your buddies, on a text chain, but then you have to find something that you had buried in there that you're dang, we were going to talk about that later in the week or whatever.
You could have it in its rightful place.
It's all compartmentalized. And like you said, there's all these fun categories to spin off on, and it's been fun to just see some of our friends and listeners who have become our friends engaging on that, because dude, the Al Gore keeps us down on what we see on Instagram and social media sometimes. So we're seeing it all. It's all coming in, and it's sick.
A lot of fun. Yeah. So definitely check that out. It's patreon.com/thedadbatch. So yeah.
Patreon.com/dadbatchpod.
Oh, did I say that wrong? My bad. Yeah. Patreon.com/dadbatchpod.
Boom. Boom.
Right.
So I mean that's kind of been what's new, but what's new in the paranormal news? What have we been seeing out there?
Why don't we hit that bumper Stiltskin real quick? It's so good. I only watched that a couple times on my phone.
Big
Raimi,
big shout.
big ups to our producer Amy who worked on that fun bumper for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
The audio's
Visually,
yeah, the audio's pretty sick, but tune in on the visual
yeah,
hit for that one. We'll post that too. We got to just post that up as a
we got to post that one. Yeah,
little something to archive on our page because it's so funny.
it's funny. Yeah.
It's so weird.
Um, all right. I guess we'll dive right in though. So, in the last couple weeks, there has been some news and some talk about this object, so this
Mhm.
UFO, and I say UFO not in the alien sense, because we don't know yet, but
Sure.
there's basically an object that they've dubbed Three Eye Atlas,
Hmm.
and this object is coming from very far away towards us, essentially. Yeah, there it is on the screen for
Yeah.
those.
God, you know what's interesting about that image, and that's the one from the Hubble
Yeah, this is a
telescope,
Hubble
correct?
image. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Hubble image. So that one to me, and again, we'll just try to get our paintbrush out for the audio. But man, it's this long, like horizontal shape. It's got, different lights illuminated across the front of it. It reminds me of like Thanos' ship, which is probably the worst ship to imagine if we're really speculating.
It's not a good. That's not a
That,
good
that's not a good
thing
ship.
to hope for. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
does look incredibly massive against the star field behind it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, I'm from what I've been researching and looking at it. And apparently, there's a Harvard professor named Avi Loeb that
Hmm.
was the one that thinks it's a UFO.
Yeah.
Um, and the reasons behind that that he was saying, and we were chatting about it earlier a little bit. I guess apparently, one is the brightness, because if you look at the photo that's presented on screen right now, it's
Hmm.
like these multicolor. I don't know if it's enhanced for us to be able to see it better, because they do that a lot with
I believe this
space.
is like enhanced, yeah, so you can actually pick it up on screen a bit.
Okay, okay, then it's not that color. Okay.
But
Uh,
but but
okay.
it's just to like I think you're right in the sense that it is like the light is either multicolored or multi-toned for it to pick up in those different colors the way it's showing on as like a filter.
Right, like the
Um,
gases or whatever composition this thing is made of is shining on a different spectrum,
mhm.
compared to what the star, because all the stars look sort of like goldish, and some are blue and whitish, and then this thing is like bright colored. I'm sure it's marked, just for us to be able to see it, because it's like red and purple and blue and
For sure.
green and pretty gnarly. But
Mm.
it's huge.
Yeah.
It's
Do
huge.
you know how huge it is, dude? Do you know it's
So
huge?
so I've been looking. Let me see. I'll look that up right now as we type. So okay. The
The,
interstellar object Three Eye Atlas is estimated to have a diameter of about 10 kilometers, which is 6 miles.
yeah.
That's the diameter. So
They say
initial
it's about the
estimates were a
size of
little larger.
Manhattan.
Right. So yeah. So this makes it the largest known interstellar object to visit our solar system.
Hmm.
The largest.
And
Uh,
only that's one of three interstellar objects that we have known to pass
ever.
through our space. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So
Do- yeah.
and
Go for it.
the other two objects were within the end of the 20th into the 21st century, which is interesting. And those were both identified and tagged as obviously like not necessarily alien, like we talked about them on this show.
Yeah. It's funny we
The
mentioned them before already.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously there's still speculation about those, I think, but I think those were like pretty identified as they traveled through our system as something that wasn't necessarily like sentient alien looking to make contact. Um,
Right.
the thing about this one is like it's kept up like a consistent speed, which is kind of like astounding for an object like this. It stayed
Do you
at a
know the
pace.
speed?
Yeah, 130,000 miles per hour. And it stayed on that like speed scale like the whole time it's been going. Um, the thing you mentioned about it being kind of lit from the front is like the anomaly of it, because typically, an object that passes through our solar system, that lets off, like you said, gas, or is burning out, creates a trail, and it creates like a tail of the object that then leaves like a trail through the space.
Mm,
This is not doing that, or at least like in the same way of what we know, those kind of gases to be. Like if they are, showing they're not showing anything visible that we would typically see. So it
right.
does leave speculation to then it being, yeah, like people then are just gonna. I mean, anytime anything goes through space, that we don't exactly readily identify, it always gets into the alien alien
Well, I
territory
mean,
really quick.
because what else could it be? You know,
Yeah.
if it's not a rock hurling through space, it must be. And the crazy thing is too, because they're not just saying it's an alien just cause. Apparently, this guy Avi Loeb or whatever,
Yeah.
he
Harvard dude. Straight
the dude from Harvard, the
Harvard cat.
scientist, the
Yeah.
little scientist, yeah. So he was saying like the reason he believed it was, one, the brightness, which is something we just saw in that the other image that we were looking at, but there's also the whole trajectory changing.
Mhm.
Um, that makes it seem like an unnatural uh, object, because or at least something with intelligent, thinking,
Yeah.
because things hurling through space don't randomly change trajectory. And
Yeah.
not only that, it changed its trajectory, so when it gets closest to us, it will be backlit by the sun,
Mhm.
so we won't be able to see it as clearly. So
Yeah.
there's like all these factors that kind of line up with it making more sense of of it possibly being an alien, which
Yeah.
is crazy to think because it's kind of terrifying.
It's
But
still,
yeah,
like if you're to put it into like where the trajectory is supposed to be for it, I mean, it's still like, I think it was like 300 million miles away from Earth still, or whatever. It's still very far away from us if it was just passing by as a comet. So there's
right,
not a worry of it being like, if it was like a comet, there's not like, it's like there's like a doomsday extinction level event worry of it hitting us, because it's going to be still
pretty
far enough
far out.
away from us. Of if it passed and it wasn't, like an alien probe or whatever, dude, or an
Right.
imperial probe.
Hey, it
We're
might be
talking
a
Star
Star
Wars.
Destroyer. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it could be a Star Destroyer
but
class.
I mean, worst.
But I mean, dude,
Yeah.
let's wax on all the fun stuff though, because um, so did you? Okay, let me ask you this: have you heard the name Baba Vanga? Do you know who
Baba
Baba Vanga
Vanga.
is?
No.
So there was a like a mystic, or she was like a what do you call it? Like a foreseer of the future, prophesizer.
Yeah, Yeah, prophecy. Yeah,
Yeah, prophecy. And she had predicted that
prophet.
there would be extraterrestrial contact at the end of 2025, which they say this thing is supposed to pass us in November.
Right.
And then, like that kind of coupled with Loeb's theory, about this, not being necessarily like a natural object. If it is still like a natural object, they're placing the age of this thing at like over 14 billion years old. Like it's
Jeez.
way, way older than anything, even if it is like a natural, like non-UFO like encounter kind of thing, or like connection to like another sentient thing out there. This is still going to be like by far the oldest object that we will have identified that's like passing through.
That's older than Earth, right? The Earth is like
Way,
five or
way. I think
something.
it's
Yeah.
only. I think Earth is only millions, right?
No, it's like 5.8 billion years
Oh, is
old.
it billions also?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
between everything. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I,
But this one's pretty old. This one's pretty.
million.
1 million?
Oh,
Uh
here we
oh.
are. Here we
That's
are.
Sorry.
Someone said something wrong. Hold on.
No, no, no. Well, I'm digging behind the scenes while you guys are talking. So scientists are estimating that this could be twice the age of our 4.6 billion year old solar system.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, the
So our
solar
solar
system.
system is 4.6 billion years old, and
Dang.
they're saying this thing is potentially twice that age.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's
I'm not sure how they came up with that, but that's what
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know how
reading.
they were able to carbon
They
date
flew out there and took a
so
sample
far
and
out, but
came
yeah.
back and put it in the
Okay.
machine to test it. Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
14 billion years old.
well, yeah, to that point, Rami, like Avi Loeb, the guy from Harvard, actually suggested, like, and there's no time frame to do it, with it potentially like passing by us in November, but he was kind of raising the prospect of like trying to like send a probe toward it to study it, like a satellite or something, to get it into its trajectory as it passes by.
I don't remember what it was. They were talking about retasking some existing probe that was already out there. They're like, listen, if we react quickly, we could take this thing that's already out there and have it. We'd have to scrub the mission that it's already on. And have it go try and do an intercept course with this thing and see what it is. I don't think they went and did that.
I didn't hear anything about that. Like,
yeah, I mean, this thing's
this
going wicked fast. So they're saying it's the fastest interstellar object they've ever seen. So although this does not have a number associated with it, so
and it's saying NASA's Juno spacecraft could potentially intercept it as it passes near Jupiter, allowing for a close observation and potentially resolving the debate.
So does that imply that it has not yet passed Jupiter? Because they're saying that this thing is going to fly by Earth in November. So how can it not have gone by Jupiter yet, and yet it's going to go by Earth in November?
Maybe from Jupiter to Earth it's quicker.
It did go by Jupiter already.
Yeah, I was going to say it had to have already gone by.
Yeah, it's already gone by like a few of the planets in our solar system.
It takes like a long time to get from Jupiter to here. Like,
yeah, it's already passed.
Interstellar comet projected to close. Juno from the current orbit, March 14th, 2026. Nope. Oh, the Atlas interstellar comet is projected to pass close to Jupiter. It's 2026, guys. March 2026. So it hasn't passed Jupiter yet.
Oh,
but maybe Jupiter's on the other side of the sun from where we are.
Could be.
That could be the difference, I guess.
Atlas interstellar comet is projected to pass close to Jupiter in March 2026. NASA Juno spacecraft could potentially intercept it during this encounter. It says a maneuver involving the Jupiter orbit involving a Jupiter orbit maneuver could send Juno from its current orbit to intercept Atlas on March 14th, 2026.
But I don't think it could get back to Jupiter from there. Like I think that might be like a destructive maneuver. Like I don't know that it's got enough fuel to go there to get out of orbit and then go back.
Yeah, it would be.
What would it even do in the face of a object that's the size of Manhattan? That would be like a thimble.
Data.
Yeah, it's like a thimble.
Film it until it crashes.
It's the only camera they've got in the neighborhood to go try and get a picture of this thing, I guess.
Yeah, totally.
It says right here. Look, the timing. A carefully timed maneuver in 2025 September could allow Juno to rendezvous with the Atlas in March 2026.
That's how it would have to be.
That's what the thing is happening in September. It has to make a maneuver in September for it to possibly catch up to it in March.
Got it. Okay.
But I thought they were saying that like it's going to come to its closest point to Earth in November of this year. I don't know.
Maybe next year. I don't know.
Space. It's like because like everything's in orbit. Like we are on one side of the sun, and Jupiter could be on the complete opposite side.
Maybe not.
It's wild. It's very.
I've never been out there. I couldn't tell
you know what? You know what's interesting about the dude from Harvard in his whole speculation about all of this was he literally, in quote, said the 3 words that you never want to hear a super smart scientist guy say about extraterrestrial phenomenon. They could be evil. That's not cool. That's not cool. Why say that? Why would you say that?
Why would he say that?
Yeah.
Well, because we can't be naive about it.
Yeah, but if they've got something that big that they're flying here in, there's nothing we can do.
There's nothing. They just fly right through us if they were really to be that vicious of a, alien species.
What does the Silver Surfer say in in Fantastic
I
Four?
herald his beginning.
Say the things that you always wanted to say
to your loved ones. Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Hold your loved ones
be
close.
with your loved ones. It would be cool. Silver Surfer showed up.
Shut up, Silver Surfer.
Shout out
straight
to
up. What if it's
Surfer.
Galactus, dude?
Yeah, it could be Galactus's ship.
Damn,
that was not on my bingo card for 2025. Oof.
But anyway, yeah, that's an interesting topic. We'll be updating everyone as things progress, if they do, or if anything ever pops off.
We'll stay close to this one, and we will also make fun of ourselves when we are wrong with
when
things
we realize
that pop
it's a
up.
comet or something, or meteor.
We chase it for months, and then we're like, God damn it. It's not aliens at all.
It's nothing. Yeah.
It was a space blanket, another space blanket.
But one can dream, you never know.
Absolutely. Fingers crossed it's aliens. What else did we hear about in the news of weird? Did you hear of anything else?
What was did we have something else for that?
The haunted doll exchanged ownership.
Oh, was that news? Okay, cool. Okay,
that was like recent. Yeah, that was like recent haunted news. Yeah.
So I guess comedian Matt Rife, along with influencer Elton Casti, I guess they jointly purchased Ed and Lorraine Warren's Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut, which this museum obviously includes. They've become the legal guardians of the entire collection, which includes the Annabelle doll, which is it says for at least the next 5 years, so I guess it's not forever. But
interesting.
As we all know, the Annabelle doll is from it's a Raggedy Ann doll from all the Conjuring movies and that we've seen with the Warrens, the famous investigators that did paranormal investigations. So this dude and his buddy, I guess, own it now for a bit.
And this comedian's huge. Like he's
a famous guy. Yeah,
he's like Netflix special big. Like he's pretty big. Like kind of in. Do people say en vogue anymore? Like he's pretty in vogue, like comedian.
Yeah.
Like he's pretty in right now, I guess. Right. So it's just funny you hear somebody that's like kind of in and cool with the kids and like doing something weird like this. Like
is that a thing to stay relevant? Maybe like. Oh, check it out! I bought
my haunted doll.
I
bought a haunted doll.
I bought this.
I mean, that's a cool money flex versus like racing Lambos.
I get,
Miami Beach or whatever.
I guess
like
so. If you're load on drugs and booze, he bought Annabelle
for sure.
Annabelle doll.
Or he did the drugs and booze and then was like, I'm gonna buy it.
Now I'm gonna buy the doll. Yeah,
that seems like something. Yeah, but from all seriousness, like reading about it, he's super into it, which is crazy. Like I guess he's like has a really like kind of big obscure collection of ephemera that's like paranormal and esoteric stuff already, and so this like kind of adds to that big collection when you have money to spend on.
Yeah, because it's the whole collection. It's not just the doll. It's literally the whole museum. They bought the property, and it comes with the museum.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and apparently, yeah. So this doll is not the same one you see in the movies.
That's okay. That's my next. That's my next line of questioning.
Super freaky. Yeah.
So wait a minute, man. So I'm looking at this doll, and I'm still like not even convinced. Like I'm pretty sure my older sister had a very similar Raggedy Ann doll. This doesn't read as scary. So in those movies that I've in my head built up, probably way too scary for me to watch. You're telling me like this doll's just running around like doing things, like doing shit?
No. It's not like a Chucky thing.
Okay.
This isn't a Chucky style movie. No.
Okay.
It's more like a haunted house, haunted things happen type movie.
What's the doll's significance to the movie? I guess then.
Dude, for the most part, I don't remember watching. I know I've watched bits and pieces of here and there of The Conjuring and this and that. I couldn't name you the movies, but I know that the doll is like in a cabinet, maybe sitting there, and then maybe it disappears or something. I could be wrong.
That is.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's like more stuff that happens around the doll, and they kind of pin it on the doll. Like if you get rid of the doll, those things don't happen, and then when the doll's there, shit happens. So
yeah.
I think it's more of that type of thing. It doesn't get up and run, and it doesn't do that.
Wait. So we got some notes from
1970. A woman, but
1970, a woman bought the Raggedy Ann doll from a hobby store as a birthday gift for her daughter, who was a nursing student, Donna. They loved the doll initially. Strange occurrences started to happen soon after. The doll would appear to be moving on its own, changing positions, or even moving to different rooms while they were out. They also found small notes written in parchment paper with messages like "Help us," even though they didn't own parchment paper.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, who owns a scroll these days?
So I'll correct myself. It didn't move, but so I guess it moved from spot to spot, but it wasn't like coming at them with a knife. Like it wasn't Chucky.
Yes.
Like it would just appear somewhere else.
Yeah.
A spirit named Annabelle. Concerned, the roommates contacted a psychic medium during the seance. Oh, hold on, let's move it. During a seance, they were told the doll was inhabited by the spirit of a 7-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins, who had died on the property years before. Feeling sympathy for the spirit, the nurses gave it permission to continue residing in the doll. What? Okay. The paranormal activity reportedly escalated after this. A friend of the nurses named Lou, who was skeptical of the doll, claimed he was attacked by multiple occasions, waking up one night and finding it seemingly choking him, and later finding mysterious claw-like scratches on his chest. What the hell,
dude? Let me just tell you what. If this little peanut head of a doll was even trying to mess with me like that,
I would shred it so fast.
I am straight drop kicking that thing into another universe, into another wormhole, because this thing is I feel like I've probably drop kicked my sisters, and maybe that's why I've had so many injuries on like my skateboard and stuff. But dude, this thing is not scary. I am sorry. But you know what's crazy though is the previous owner.
Oh,
didn't he? Yeah. He was traveling with this doll when he passed away, right?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Isn't that Real Man? That's Real Man? He did that?
That might be real. I'm not sure.
I think that's right. Like, I think that's why this guy is now, he bought the property and like bought the doll and stuff. I'm getting into like.
Well, and it says here, fearing the spirit was not harmless, a harmless child, the nurses contacted famed paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren. They're the ones in the movies. So the Warrens came to a different conclusion. The doll was not possessed by a human spirit, but it was being manipulated by an inhuman demonic entity that was actually seeking to possess one of the nurses. Okay, God.
Yes, dude, so the guy that owned it before this comedian passed away while on tour with this doll.
Oh no.
But they said that the doll like wasn't in the room, like there wasn't any
no foul play by the doll.
Yeah, no shenanigans from Raggedy Andy or whatever. That's
anyway
still weird. That is very weird.
Yeah,
and that's that's like that's kind of like a big name in entertainment right now, to like be attached to something that you don't typically hear too much of from that TMZ level of weird celebrity news.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what he's into. If that's what he's into, like weird, paranormal, sketchy, scary things.
I mean, you'd have to be to buy a whole haunted property or whatever.
If that's what you're into, by all means. But if he bought it and didn't know what he was getting into, dude, get out of there. Sell it.
Oh man, yeah. You'd think you'd have to be a little versed in some of that stuff.
Gnarly, yeah.
That gnarly, dude.
Anyway, let's move on.
Should we turn trajectory like the comet?
Yeah, let's hang a sharp left and talk like about Atlas. Our topic tonight. Yeah, let's pull an Atlas and head towards our target. Tonight's episode is we're gonna be chatting a little bit about some of our I wouldn't say our favorites, but yeah, I guess some cryptids that
my favorites.
We
I think
your favorites. I guess
yeah.
I kind of just picked some that I thought sounded cool. So because
one is for sure my favorite. The other two, I just like I've heard of the other two, but the one is I'll point him out.
He's
I
like
coconut
as well.
banger.
Okay, yeah. But mine are a little bit more obscure, more random. But so tonight we're going to be talking about cryptids, or like I guess some stories that are heard or that have been heard about these specific cryptids, and thought it might be fun. We each have like, I don't know, 3 or maybe 4 to share. So I mean, we can get right into that if we'd like.
We definitely should. What would you classify a cryptid as? Is it more like an animal-like creature that you would say? It obviously has like a paranormal existence, but for the audience that's maybe like new, I mean, if anybody's listening to this, I'm sure they're right there with us, but just for the shits and the gigs,
I mean,
like what would we say that would be?
I guess it would be like a creature, right? Like a Bigfootish or a werewolfish or a I wouldn't say an
fully
alien.
sentient. No, I wouldn't say alien. I'd say like fully sentient. Maybe it could travel interdimensionally, but probably has roots in kind of an earthly form or a humanoid or animal,
like
mammal, slightly mammally, slightly.
No, like slightly paranormal, but like also, very, very real to the world, you know. And obviously something that's that is not easily seen or found. You know, as hard as any witness of any like alien or type thing would be, you know, for someone in a real life type situation. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
These always find themselves in the fringes of really bad camera footage.
Yeah. Or like most people would be labeled as kooks, you know, crazy people for trying to even mention something like that as in a serious tone.
Yeah.
Or to say they saw something, you know, and for people to never believe them because it sounds so crazy.
But these are also the ones that, like, to me, I feel like are passed down through families or like urban legends more so than like aliens and ghosts are kind of more, you know, I think, like, I guess those are anecdotal in a way too, but like these pass through as far as like lore, you know, where, you know, Jim Bob might have saw a UFO from your town, you know, but that doesn't really like get to pass through like generations as much as like a creature that is known to, you know, haunt or you know, visit woods or a town or an area consistently over time, where enough people over generations have seen it enough for it to build kind of a legend behind it. I feel like these are more like legendary than some of the other stuff that we talk about on this show.
It's not like a one-siding thing, right? It's something that multiple people have claimed to have seen or have claimed to have encountered, and yeah. So I guess we could dive in and
did you want roll that track?
Do we have another?
I think.
I forgot we had that. The case files.
We're getting back into it.
Yeah. It's been a little while, but not that long. All right. I guess I'll start with so we each picked a few to sort of talk about. And the first one I decided to go with was this one called the Dover Demon.
Never heard of it in my life, so I'm excited for this. So I hadn't really heard Dude, about it. The graphics that you found, again, the tastiest of treats await our visual audience.
All right. So let me give you a little breakdown of what this thing is. So the Dover Demon is a cryptid, a legendary creature reportedly sighted in Dover, Massachusetts in April of 1977. Witnesses, primarily teenagers, described it as a small, pale, alien-like creature with glowing eyes, a large head, and long, thin limbs. While sightings were limited to a 2-day period, the Dover Demon remains a popular subject in cryptology, cryptozoology, and paranormal studies. All right, and as you can see in the image, I guess that's a silhouetted image.
Dude,
it looks like it's a drawing by a 17-year-old kid. But there might be another image that is floating around in there of Yeah, there it is.
So like this almost like looks like a kind of an alien. Like maybe these guys up in, was it Nantucket you said?
Massachusetts, Dover.
Yes.
I mean,
maybe these guys saw.
It does look a little alien-esque.
A little bit.
Yeah. So apparently, like the limbs were long and thin, and the fingers and the toes were basically like hugging the rocks that it was walking on.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
In the previous photo, it kind of describes a couple things that were going on, and apparently the eyes were glowing, faintly, but enough to where they could be seen. And apparently the heads were the size of like a watermelon. From what these teenagers said. Here it is. 4 feet tall, large melon-shaped head, no visible nose or mouth, and large glowing eyes, pale body, thin limbs. Let's see. It occurred in a 2-mile radius of Dover over a 2-day period. Sightings were concentrated around Farm Street, Miller Hill Road, and Springdale Avenue. So it moved around quite a bit.
God, that's crazy. Yeah, so it's covered some territory in that area. I think that's what's like most interesting about like some of these like encounters is like how much ground they seem to kind of cover, Yeah,
and even though it was a 2-day thing, it seems to have stuck with the town quite a bit because it's still it's something that at least they have kept in their town history.
Yeah, that is nuts.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that again?
1977.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. So I wonder what it is with like a lot of these being on the East Coast, because 2 of mine actually live in said East Coast as well, which is kind of interesting. My first one, if I can tag up on this guy being in that same kind of time frame, is from slightly different, kind of region there. So mine is the Mothman.
Ooh, Appalachia. Appalachia.
That photo.
It looks like the vulture jumping off a cliff, dude.
Yeah, this might be like a guy with a squirrel suit, like doing a base jump. So the Mothman first emerged in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, in November 1966. So not too like terribly far off from yours. No. And he's initially described as a man-sized figure with glowing red eyes, 10-foot wingspan, and a strange hypnotic stare. Native American legends from the Ohio River Valley mention the bird-like spirit as an omen, but the modern Mothman tale is primarily like mid 20th century is when people started to really cite recordings and start to build kind of the legend of them. But it does go back far as like Native Americans had similar encounters or the way they recorded history from their side is very similar kind of humanoid shape spirit. So
so freaky,
dude, it's a straight up Dark Horse comic. Like this guy needs to be like have his own series for Dark Horse fighting alongside Hellboy. And I love the design and the name of this thing. It is crazy. Like it is so weird. So I've got some wild sightings and some funky stuff about this guy too. So
cool.
In November 66, the first sighting, 5 men in a cemetery claimed to see a brown humanoid shaped figure with wings take off from the ground straight up into the air. That was November 12th. November 15th, 3 days later, 2 different couples were out on the same road driving and saw a giant winged creature that kept up with one of the cars going almost 100 miles per hour over its head.
Nope. No thanks.
Nope. Don't like that. Reports skyrocket over the next year through 1967, with multiple people claimed interference with electronics, strange humming noises, as well as like spotting this creature, this humanoid, this silhouette in the area. It kind of culminates in December 1967. The Silver Bridge, which I imagine is close to Ohio or West Virginia, those two kind of border each other. The Silver Bridge collapsed, killing 46 people. Afterwards, multiple sightings of the humanoid around the bridge were sighted before the bridge collapsed, spawning the legend that Mothman is a harbinger of disaster.
Dude.
So weird. Weird.
We have a buddy that lives I guess not that close. He's in North Carolina, but pretty.
Yes.
I mean, not far, right, from the Appalachia.
Yeah, totally.
Area.
Yeah, that guy could fly on down. Dude, if he's going 100 miles an hour, he could get to NoCo in no time, baby. Go hunt Brian for a little bit.
Yeah, dude, fly over.
Or if Brian is smart and shares his delicious deer jerky with said Mothman, maybe that's
all he ever needed.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, and then supposedly sightings stopped immediately after the bridge collapsed. Like just the well dried up on the sightings of Mothman.
Interesting. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Freaky dicky tale.
That's been my kind of famous. That's been kind of my favorite cryptid, like over the years. Like that's the one I've heard of that I'm like, I like the cut of his jib.
Yeah, and I am a little familiar with the name because I played Fallout 76, and that was in, I think it was Fallout 76. It wasn't Fallout 4. Or was it Fallout 4? It's one of those two. One of those two was in the Appalachia area in West Virginia. And there was a Mothman that you would encounter in the game.
No way!
Just be standing there. Yeah, it was this whole thing.
That's cool.
So that's kind of funny that it's. I mean, obviously it's a real thing.
He was also featured on, or he or she. I for sure don't know like what this is, but was featured on the X-Files also back in the day.
That's right.
So
there you go.
It definitely touched, among other things, there's definitely some other things.
It touches pop culture here and there.
Yeah, he mentioned kind of in books and TV shows and stuff like that. So, also in Point Pleasant, which I thought Point Pleasant was maybe Pennsylvania, but I could for sure be wrong. Has an annual Mothman festival. That's like a really big, like local town festival thing. Brings out like 10,000 plus people over a weekend. So,
wow,
yeah, pretty cool.
What do they do? Is it like music festival or do they?
I don't know. Maybe we should do like a
an investigatory.
If the fans demand our travel to the.
If all the fans demand to know, want to know what the Mothman Festival is about, let us know.
Closure on those elephant ears that we're gonna buy there.
We'll buy some ticks and see what it's about. Yeah, we'll head out to Pennsylvania and head out to the Mothman Festival.
I don't think you need to buy ticks there. I think they're pretty free.
You just go.
Get them pretty easily.
You just show up. All right, cool. All right. All right then. I guess moving on. I'm gonna bring up another random cryptid that kind of caught my eye. All right, so the next cryptid we're going to talk about is one that randomly caught my eye. So this isn't something I'm very familiar with. I know you're not familiar with it at all. So this was the Beast of Bray Road.
Ooh,
which sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. Looks like a furry a little bit. A hungry furry.
Let's just pause for 1 sec because we might need to contact this artist, and this might need to be like a t-shirt graphic for Paranoid.
It does look like something you'd see on like a cool bootleg hunting t-shirt or something.
Yeah, like one of those gas station ones with the big graphic across it.
Yeah, dude. Or says like, "Don't mess with me" or something. I don't know.
For sure.
You wouldn't like my bad side or something. Yeah. I'm hungry or something.
Oh my god.
So for the audio listeners, basically, I guess I'll let me explain a little bit. So The Beast of Bray Road is a cryptid or a creature whose existence is rumored to be not rumored but non-scientifically proven. So it's a rumor, but no one has actually caught it or seen it, I guess, which is the point of it being a cryptid. Said to be inhabited to inhabit the area around Bray Road in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. That's the image of
Dude,
of the
there's
thing.
so much to talk about in this photo. This photo is crazy.
Hold on. It says it is described as a large bipedal wolf-like creature covered in fur, often seen near the road, or sometimes reported to be standing upright.
Does it mention anywhere in there skeleton T-Rex arms as seen in this?
Not yet. The sightings began in the early 90s and have persisted, making it a local legend. So apparently, it's still a thing.
What is going on here? I need answers on this photo. This photo is terrifying.
Photo, it's like dude, it is terrifying.
It looks
like a person in a dog suit.
It looks like a person in a dog suit. It could also just be like if you told me this was behind the scenes on The Dark Crystal, like Jim Henson movie. I'd be like, sure. I saw that guy in the background of the Skeksis Castle.
Yeah.
But also, if it's not Jim Henson puppet work, then it's really scary because, is it like a humanoid dog? But do you see he's got skeleton arms right there? Like, what is
looks like he's got it looks like he's got no muscle, no flesh on the arms. That's why a lot of folks were concerned it was hoaxes, as it's possible that some sightings are hoaxes. And as a result,
this isn't an AI photo. Like, this is an old photo, right?
That's the photo from the sighting. Yeah, from one of the sightings. Other people were speculating it could be like a werewolf-like creature, that either a supernatural being or a creature of wolf-like features, whatever. Yeah.
Throw a Coors Light at that guy and slow him down. Silver bullet.
Throw a baseball at it. Yeah, for sure. A silver bullet.
Silver bullet right to my buddy there. I don't even know if he could open a can of beer with those little teeny arms, though.
And it says here, check this out. Yeah, I don't know about the teeny arms, but it says here, track evidence has been found.
Oh,
with one set of 5-toed, 7 padded tracks, suggesting the creature not matching any known animal in the area. So, there's that.
Definitely a unique footprint shape then.
Yeah.
That is a crazy creature. That one is nuts. Right? Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, so that. Oh, and just for shits and giggles, apparently there was a film made about it in 2005 called The Beast of Bray Road. So, whoa. And apparently there's a book on it too, The Beast of Bray Road, Tailing Wisconsin's Werewolf. Jeez. So there's a bit of a there's
some breadcrumbs,
interest.
Yeah.
That
photo is nuts. That is great.
Yeah, and then that was the I guess there's like a horror
edition kind of thing.
The 2005 film is a horror film, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like they found a dog. It's like a scary thing.
It's kind of a werewolf kind of vibe, huh?
Yeah, but it's like a possessed, scary looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, look at that. So I'm not going to show it anywhere, but the photos from the film look pretty gnarly. Pretty good special effects.
Yeah. You know what would be cool? As sidebar, just talking movie stuff. We could, if our listeners want to hear it, like maybe add in some, paranormal movie talk, like as a little topic, kind of off the top. Maybe like any interesting things we've seen of late that fall into space, aliens.
We could throw a media,
watch party,
like a
Discord
media. On top of adding it to the top of the Discord, but we could do on this show. Start mentioning like maybe some paranormal stuff we've been watching or stuff that's coming out.
New and even old too. Like if it comes up and we're both like,
if you happen to be watching it,
both catch it at the same time or something like that.
Yeah. We could definitely. I'm down with that.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
What else you got,
dude? Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just swinging to the fences with this one as far as like this is one of the most known, but it also like definitely captured a fancy from when I was a kid, because even like my uncle knew of this one, and I had heard it like mentioned like that, where he was just like, oh yeah, Jersey Devil, oh well, okay, I spoiled it, but Jersey Devil.
Okay, I don't know anything about this thing, so you're gonna have to fill me in. It looks insane.
Okay, so I got some notes for some like historical kind of stuff, but like what I know about this, like just off the top of my head, and like what I knew through the years is like being an urban legend that I heard of, was that the Jersey Devil was there was like a woman that like lived in the woods and had like all these kids, and she kept like getting pregnant with like more kids, and had this one that was such a crazy labor that it was like just destroying her, and she like shouted out to the heavens that let this next one be a devil or a demon or something like that, she said, and then shebang, baby gets delivered and it's a baby demon. And so they were like, peace to the baby demon, and just left it in the woods somewhere. And then like the demon would come back to like kind of be like, what's going on with everybody, my brothers and sisters eating food, and they'd shoo it off. And then it like turned into an adult, and then it started like flying around like terrorizing people and stuff like that. That's what I know without like even touching my notes.
So this is believed to be the unwanted 13th child of Mother Leeds.
Yeah, 1700s, dude. Pine Barrens, New Jersey, which sounds like it's kind of like a big foresty area, and our listeners from the East Coast will have to take mercy on us for our lack of geographical knowledge.
Wow.
So described as having the head of a horse or a goat, bat wings, a forked tail, and claws.
Oh my God.
So that doesn't look much like a baby when that's in your arms, I guess. So through the 1800s and 1900s, farmers blamed it for livestock deaths and strange footprints. In January 1909 was known as Phenomenal Week. Hundreds of reports across New Jersey and Pennsylvania, including police, trolley passengers and drivers, school children, and bus drivers, all claimed to have seen it. Strange tracks appeared on rooftops and in the snow. And then in more modern stories, like people have like also caught glimpses of it out in the woods, like hunting and stuff too. Yeah, and I mean, obviously, like that's one of those ones that people have a little bit more like knowledge of. There's like mascots of it and stuff like that, but
there's
it's still around, more like apparently.
Yeah. There were more sightings of it more often.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I don't know. Like I feel like one like this is like the classic, putting it up against like even possibly like Loch Ness Monster or something, as far as like its general like knowledge, I think, in like pop culture. Maybe not as big as Loch Ness. That's kind of a big claim, I guess. But
that one is very popular. Yeah,
that one's pretty popular.
Everyone knows what the Loch Ness Monster is.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah, but yeah, this one's pretty cool though too, because it's like, again, like one that like goes so far back, dating back to like the early days of our budding country, and then all the way flash forward, like people are still like seeing stuff out in the woods that they claim could be Jersey Devil activity.
Wow, that's rad. That's a cool random thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one.
Jersey Devil,
dude. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of a wing one. And yeah, again, like he's 4 to 6 feet tall, 8 to 10 foot wingspan. So again, like if you're pairing him up with,
that's a full size thing.
Yeah, your buddy up in Massachusetts, we got Mothman covering like West Virginia and Ohio, probably dipping down into NoCo, and then you got Jersey Devil like covering like the New York, New Jersey area. I mean, where are the Ghostbusters at, dude? What's going on here,
dude? And that's crazy. In 1938, from what I'm reading, it says it was designated in 1930 as the country's only state demon. Like,
oh wow.
Like the state, like their official state demon was the Jersey Devil.
Do we all get a state demon?
No, it was the only one. It was the only state demon.
That's a good title. That's a
great
title.
That's a hard claim. Yeah.
That's a super flex. Like
we
if
don't
you're a
have
state and you have a state demon,
dude.
dang.
Hey man, almost 100
That's
years ago they
very
designated
region specific. I mean, it's in the name, Jersey.
Hey,
Like they got it,
it's theirs.
It's not the Washington Devil. Dude, so a couple of crazy incidences like with the Jersey Devil that I thought were cool that I did not know. So these were like little things I noted that were of kind of cool like anecdote. The naval cannon incident in the early 1800s, Commodore Stephen Decatur allegedly fired a cannonball at the creature while it was like sniffing around the base, and they were testing weaponry at the same time. And this Commodore said that it passed right through the creature with no effect, and the creature just stayed there and kept kind of sniffing around like the territory or whatever of their base. A Smithville sighting in 1951, a group of boys described a horse-faced dragon chasing them on bicycles, flapping awkwardly before vanishing back into the woods on their way home. And that was like one of those like multiple encounters. It wasn't just one person, here, and then it was like multiple people at one time.
It was like 3 kids or something, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then there was an officer in 1927. His witnessed it raiding a chicken coop, and when spotlighted, it screeched and bolted straight up into the sky, much like the Mothman, which is kind of weird. But dude, look at his little. He's got a little nice little.
The little tux. Yeah, the little
tux.
The illustration there. Yeah, the Jersey Dev.
He's looking fancy in that little getup,
like
dude.
He's ready for a night out in the town. Yeah. And then there's like these demonic looking.
Yeah. The other ones are
horse-like illustrations.
Scary stories to tell in
like
the dark.
Bony
kind of artwork material.
Feathered things. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, those are scary. I wouldn't want to see those, but I would. I'd let this guy talk to me if I saw this little dude in the woods. I'd at least hear him out.
I'd be cautious. Yeah.
Yeah, wary,
Wouldn't
but
keep my eye off him. Yeah.
No. Yeah, you have to back away, kind of watching him for sure. But yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he looks all right. All right. What else we got?
Where are we at?
Well, I don't know if we have time for it or not, but I was going to mention one of the most famous of all cryptids that has been around in mythology for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And that, of course, is the one and only Kraken.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. I didn't even think of this, but yeah, like this is the biggest and the most probably known through history. Whoa.
Yeah. And for those who aren't familiar, so the Kraken is a legendary sea monster from Scandinavian folklore, often depicted as a giant cephalopod-like creature with immense size and tentacles. And it is said to dwell in the cold waters of the North Atlantic and is known for its ability to attack and destroy ships.
This is my ultimate nightmare. Like if I have a phobia, it's being like pulled down by tentacles like into dark cold water. Dude. Like it's like truly like my ultimate fear. I don't know if I have those, but I think that would be it.
The sea is scary enough as it is. Like if you were on a boat and something happened and you had to somehow whatever get off of it, but being torn apart or dragged down by a giant sea-looking squid monster thing would be the worst thing, the worst luck you could
and slimy, and just very rubbery and wiry is just visually so disturbing and stuff too. Oh.
Yeah, I mean it's on top of it being a little gross, it would be the most terrifying experience anyone would ever have, I think. I don't know. Oh, brother.
Oh, dang. Raimi with the...
Yeah, Raimi's had abandoned ship, apparently.
That so sucks. Scary. Oh.
Glad it wasn't with a Kraken attack, though.
Yeah, definitely. Stay back from the Kraken.
Dude.
But
yeah, I just wanted to give this dude honorable mention because, you see him in a lot of stuff, books, and I think comics, and I know we've seen him in movies and stuff, so the Kraken is definitely a pop culture cryptid that everyone sort of is kind of up there, like with the Loch Ness monster, I think.
So you mentioned which was new to me, like that it was like Scandinavian lore, and also like didn't he appear like didn't like a Kraken appear in the Clash of the Titans, which was like isn't it like kind of like ancient Greece, Rome kind of vibe?
I'm not sure if that has any historical. Obviously, we don't know. I don't think this thing ever existed.
No,
Maybe it did. I don't know.
Maybe theirs is maybe a different, known by a different name. It's more of like a mythological creature rather than
it
this
might be a
one
more
appearing in
generic
a
thing.
different region. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know what you're talking about. I saw Clash of the Titans and I was like, wait, it's Scandinavian? It's not Greek, or it's not, it's not a mythological thing from somewhere else. And no, I mean, it turns out it's a Scandinavian thing. It originated in Scandinavia.
Super cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's so cool about like these creatures is and I know we're gonna like save this guy for another episode, but there are other cryptids that are known by other regions of the world by like different names or like the same creature, but like a completely different kind of like take on it as far as its habitat in a different region and stuff. So yeah, maybe this is the same thing with the Kraken. Maybe dude, the ocean is so old and so unexplored still. It wouldn't be beyond us to know that like sailors from ancient Greece and ancient Rome obviously had like scary tales of the sea, the way Scandinavians and stuff would have, being out on the sea. And I'm sure if there's giant beasts in the water and they start seeing like ships floating around, they're apt to probably pop up and snack. So that's so
and
scary,
I even looked it up trying to see, because it should be associated with Greek mythology too, but apparently it says the Kraken is a legendary sea monster that is often associated with Norse mythology, not Greek mythology.
That's so
and wild. It says, while some depictions in popular culture, like the movie Clash of the Titans, have placed the Kraken-like creature in the Greek mythology, it is not traditionally part of their stories. Instead, Greek mythology features sea monsters like the Cetus, a giant sea creature, and the Scylla, a multi-headed sea monster with tentacles. So
wow.
Apparently the Hollywood Greek movies pulled a little bit of the Kraken towards their deal. But
no, I like that. That's interesting. That's a cool little dip on history. To know where it originates from.
It is. It's cool. Jeez.
Yeah, that is like probably the mamma jamma of the cryptids. And I guess if you're talking about scale, and I wonder if that's maybe the oldest one on record too.
Well, I don't think it is the oldest one, because you already mentioned one that was a little older. Apparently, this one was from. I just had it here. Give me 1 second. Apparently, it was very prevalent in the 18th and 19th century, so 17th, 1800s.
Wow.
Described them, yeah. So apparently, a lot of seafaring people would tell the stories of the Kraken and this and that. And
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Epic. That's a huge one.
That's a big one.
Do we have time for another? Are we getting tight on time? Like, what do you think? Should we drop another one or two or whatever?
I mean, if you want to drop another, yeah.
Or do you have more on? Do you have more on your list, or I just have my last one?
That was my last one, aside from the one we'll be talking about in the next.
Oh yeah.
Episode.
Okay.
So I don't have any more. I talked about all mine already.
Okay, because I think we still
got
got
one more,
slides.
dude. Yeah, let her rip.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with it. Okay.
Oh, what?
The Mongolian death worm.
Dude, what the hell? It looks like Shia LaHood.
Yeah, so this thing has definitely inspired lore like Dune, as well as the movie Tremors with America's Sweetheart, Kevin Bacon. And God, there was a couple other good people in that movie too. But yeah, so this thing's kind of crazy. This is from a Mongolian desert legend. The name is, but I'm gonna butcher it, and so please have mercy on me for this, but it's Olgoi Korkohoi, which means intestine worm, and it also describes its red segmented body. It's said to live in the Gobi Desert's most remote dunes, 5 feet in length, bright skin, crazy like mouth, almost like tentacle stuff. Wow. Said to spit corrosive acid and or discharge electric shocks that can kill camels, livestock, and humans instantly.
What? Electric shock?
Yeah. So it's like a kind of like an electric eel also. Locals claim it emerges after heavy rains or in the hottest months. First widely told in the West after Roy Chapman Andrews, who was like a famous explorer, did these Mongolian expeditions in the 1920s. Eyewitness stories describe it killing with a single touch or by ejecting venom. And yeah, just tons of sightings over the years. It's been around forever. I don't think it's a singular thing. It's more of a species, I guess.
Right.
It kind of sounds like. These have definitely kind of like been around and inspired all kinds of, movies and weird characters and stuff like that.
So these are like giant centipedes, essentially?
They're giant. Yeah, they're like giant centipedes. The characteristics of it though are a little bit more I think like exaggerated, like as far as like it being, electric and shooting venom, from 5 feet away or whatever. But these aren't like necessarily like a real creature though either. I mean, obviously there's like very gigantic centipedes in the world. That are probably like could be up to 5 feet in length, but I think these are a little bit more of a supernatural, like larger scale,
like urban legend.
Yeah, like giant, kind of freaky. Like
it's not like an animal you see on the road when you're driving by. It's something that people have said to have seen and stuff like that. I guess
it was enough. Like over the years, like most of these are, where livestock shows up missing or killed in kind of a strange way that probably most likely like coyotes or maybe in this area hyenas or whatever. But it builds enough of a creepy, kind of vibe to it that it passes down.
Dude.
So I love the like the name instantly jumped out. Like when we started like talking about like, oh, should we do cryptids for the show? I was like, what the heck is the Gobi Death Worm? This has to be on my list, even if I don't know anything about it.
No, it's a good one to learn about, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and to know too that I mean, I haven't, dude, and please forgive me for this one, audience and Rami and John, but I've never seen like Dune in any like capacity. So I know of the sandworms and
oh no, dude, you're the worst.
All I know, dude.
You gotta watch the new ones like ASAP. They're dope. Yeah, right. Even Rami. Wait, what?
Watch.
Yeah, watch Dune 1 and 2. It's on HBO.
Should I watch the old one before the new ones?
Nah. No? Just watch the new ones.
Okay.
You can watch the old ones later if you want.
Is the old one cool? Is it like
the new ones are way better in terms of like cinematically enjoying the story. The old one is kind of crap. It's cool in its own way, but it's kind of crap in that sense. You'll love the new ones. They're really crazy.
And in the new ones, and they were all over the trailer, like the worm, the Shai-Hulud worm, right? Is that like a god in that movie, or is it like a just a beast or a creature like the Rancor or something? Or
no, so it's like this. It's like a species of sandworms, but it's much deeper than that. They're part of the ecosystem, and they are somewhat worshipped like gods in a way, and they're needed for certain things as well. Like it's a lot of stuff. Wow. And it has a lot to do with the whole lore of the story. So it's a very deep dive. We don't have time now to get into that, but
I've heard it
is insane. It's very hefty. Yeah. I mean, it's cool if you ever want to deep dive into something that's new but like kind of cool, and you'll lose yourself in it. It's crazy. It's a lot.
Damn.
I've been through it. It's crazy.
I need to. It's on the list. I know. There's things that
just watching the movies will make you question a bunch of stuff and look deeper into stuff because it's crazy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, they're that well done. Very cool.
You got to do it. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Well, we'll have to. Yeah, maybe we'll have to do like a Dune watch party on the Patreon sometime.
Put it on the list.
That'd be like a double digest super dose
that would
issue.
Be dope.
Yeah.
That would be a long. We'd have to do one and one. We can't watch both. It's like 4-5 hours or something.
Too much. Yeah.
6 hours. Yeah. But anyway, is that it? I guess that does it.
I guess that's it. I mean, like, should we just mention like our, I think everybody in their hearts, we're going to touch on one down the road here with a special
There's one that we didn't mention. Yeah. So there's one obvious cryptid. Yeah. Probably the most popular and obvious one we didn't mention, which was the Bigfoot or Yeti or Sasquatch, depending on what region of the world you're in, I guess. But we purposefully didn't mention that one because we're going to do a specific show just based on that topic, and we're going to be talking. We're going to be inviting our good friend Brian Cook on the show with us, Sith and Ain't Easy, from our brother pod, the Dad Batch. So that's why we haven't mentioned that, but we will be, I guess, we will be talking about it. So don't be like, hey, why didn't you?
That'll be a juicy one. I mean, because he's from my zone, but also he's from a lot of people's zones, apparently, like Bigfoot, which is crazy. Right. He's always typically in my head characterized as like, oh, this like Northwestern, kind of old school, mythical thing, but that's not the case. He's kind of in a lot of places, and we'll dive into
international,
that. Yeah. He's
not only nationally known, but international too. Yeah. Because some places are known as the Yeti in the colder climates, and Sasquatch and more of like, I guess, the Canadian wilderness, or I don't know. We'll deep dive a little. Definitely deep dive into that when that comes. So that's why we didn't mention that. Yeah, definitely stay tuned on that.
That's gonna be a good one.
But I guess that's it for tonight, right?
Yeah. I'm tapped. All of my cryptids are dusted, man.
Cryptids have been cryptified. All right.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry, my voice is giving out. All right then. I thank you everyone for tuning in to another episode of Paranoid. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is John, and you can find me at para_annoyed on Instagram and the socials. And Lukey, where can the people find you?
Dude, why don't you guys find us at the Patreon, the Dad Batch Patreon. So it's patreon.com/dadbatchpod.
Yeah.
And you'll find the Discord, connect to the Discord and all that stuff from there.
And we do have our own little segment there. It's called the Panic Room for the Paranoid fans.
Yes.
We do have our own designated room in there. So anything we talk about on the show, we will be posting about it on there as well. In case anyone missed it, or they want to catch up, or they want to see the images again that were posted. We'll definitely share those. So if you're interested in that, please do check it out. And thanks again for listening, and we will check you out next time. Thank you.
Latro.